Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444.
Tonight on News 46, who will take the town manager position? Morales landfill supporters speak up at last night's meeting, and the public is invited to a garden tour. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, June 26, 2013. I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46. Last night, the Pahrump Town Board met at the County Commissioner Chamber in the Calvada I. One of the items on the agenda was the future of Town Manager Bill Kobarger, who has put his resignation to the town.
The town board's vice chairman, Bill Dolan, placed an item on last night's town board agenda asking that the town manager, Bill Kobarger, rescind his resignation and continue to serve the town under the terms of his existing employment agreement. The item, which was item number 9, was taken off the agenda when the town board began its meeting last night. The board stated that Mr. Kobarger was fulfilling his agreement with the town. Kobarger is leaving his position July 15th and taking a human resources job in the city of North Las Vegas. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And former town manager Dave Richards put his hat in the ring to take the position as the interim manager. Richards also stated that he would like to take a permanent position, if available, as the town manager.
Item number 10 on the town board's agenda to appoint the former town manager Dave Richards as the interim manager was placed on the agenda by town board member Amy Richards.
He is the former town manager. He is willing to step in when Mr. Kobarger leaves, even if it's for a month or the full time. That gives them the chance to still present their opportunity. He's willing to do it for whether it be a month or 18 months. This is just to make a smooth transition so that everybody and everything is taken care of.
Richards spoke briefly at the meeting last night and received a lot of support from the public.
I highly recommend Dave Richards for this job. I don't get along with anybody, but I do him.
I'm here to support and give my 100% full confidence in Dave Richards as interim town manager and beyond if he is to stay. I've known Dave for several years. He's a very good man. He's an honest man. And he's dedicated to the town of Pahrump.
Dave would do a fantastic job.
Town Board Chair Harley Calkin and Town Board Vice Chair Bill Dolan had some other applicants in mind that could not be discussed last night at the Town Board meeting because they were not on the agenda. They urged the board to reject the agenda item until all applicants could be revealed.
Mr. Dolan and I are working on some options and multiple solutions, and we can't discuss those now because it's not on the agenda. We can't discuss them with you. We violate the open meeting law if we did otherwise. So at this point, I feel that if Mr. Richards has an interest in this, then he should turn in his resume to the town office, and that'll be part of what our package that we put together for this board's consideration.
The item to accept former town board manager Dave Richards as the interim town manager for the town of Pahrump did not pass 4-1. Richards will be considered for the position with the other applicants at a special town board meeting, which will be held next week. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And owner of Morales Construction, Renee Morales, attended last night's town board meeting. Morales had a number of supporters who spoke up during public comment. The group is upset with the decision to deny the conditional use permit requested by Renee Morales to operate a landfill on East Simpkins Road, where Morales currently has a gravel quarry.
Tuesday night, business owner Renee Morales appeared at the town board meeting and spoke during public comment to discuss his proposed landfill that has been denied by the Regional Planning Commission and the county commissioners. We followed up with Renee Morales this morning at his landfill on Simpkins.
The thing is, I received a lot of opposition. I think most of the opposition that we have received, it was due to all the robocalls and the cowardly flyers than all you guys receive in the mail. And somebody is spending thousands and thousands of dollars to kill this project, which so far they have been very successful.
One of the owners of Lunas Construction, who was going into business with Renee Morales, spoke at the town board meeting as well.
The big bad guy that they're talking about in those flyers, which it's pretty hurtful. I mean, I've never really had anybody talk and say things like that about my company, and I take really a big offense to it because it's a family business.
Lunas explains his proposed agreement with Renee Morales.
When Renee told me that he had this pit and there was still gravel there, I told him, listen, we've got customers in Las Vegas that need that gravel, that need that sand. Why don't we put together a plan where we can take the gravel from that existing pit and bring it to Las Vegas and not come back empty? Because or else the trucks would come back empty. So we decided, why not have it come to my facility that's been permitted and material that is definitely not toxic, and bring it back and fill up the pit. And in a matter of approximately 10 years, we would be able to fill up that pit and create some recreational center for the town.
Town Board Chair Harley Calkin also commented on the proposed landfill.
Nye County operates a railroad. The engineers are the commissioners. The railroad keeps business out of Pahrump. Anytime something comes up that has a little bit of controversy to it, the answer is always no, isn't it? 19 years I've been here, it's always no. And when I went to the meeting, the county commissioner meeting, I was appalled. Channel 8 News was there, and I was embarrassed for our community. As Mr. Morales said, it was his issue. He wasn't allowed to speak. The chairman, Mr. Boraski, only allowed the attorney to barely speak and allowed the engineer who came in from another state to barely speak. And I'm talking maybe 2 minutes each, and that was about it. It was such an obvious railroad job, irrelevant of how you think about that dump. You should be offended that anybody would be treated that way in our community.
During public comment, business owner Alex Delgado also spoke.
We try to give a good example to our youth that if you follow the rules that is implemented by the governing factors of this town and this county, if you follow their rules and you follow their zoning and you bring in professionals and you create something good that's going to have a major positive impact to this community, dang it, you should get it. But what we're showing our youth back there, like those young ladies, is that I don't care how hard you work, I don't care how good you follow the rules, just because I don't want you to rise above, or just because I don't like the way you comb your hair, or just because you're going to make a ton of money and I'm not going to get jacked for it, we're going to shoot it down.
News 46 also asked Renee Morales why he appeared at the town board meeting after already being denied by the RPC and the county commissioners.
Once again, we have rights, and I think I earned it for 21 years as a taxpayer, not just because I want to open a landfill, but I feel it was pretty disrespectful, especially coming from the chairman of the board, Boraski. Didn't give me the opportunity to speak.
Well, can you retrain your brain? We'll find out more after the break.
You've heard of rehab for your body, but what about rehab for your brain? The story next on Prescription Health.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrum's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Welcome back to News 46. Mild cognitive impairment happens when a person has memory problems but can still function well in everyday life. Now there's good news. Doctors say a form of rehab can help these patients train their brains. Andrew McIntosh reports.
This health tip is brought to you by Humana.
Visit our local office in the Pahrump Valley Junction Shopping Center or call 775-727-0871.
Remembering faces, names, where you put your keys. These are struggles for people with mild cognitive impairment. This woman is embarrassed about her condition. She's in the first stages of Alzheimer's and doesn't want to be identified.
I had 3 more words. I wouldn't be able to remember those 3 words. It would confuse me.
She's taking part in a study that's testing whether cognitive rehabilitation can improve memory.
What stands out about where the money is located in the room?
In this exercise, a therapist asks a series of questions to help the patient learn where an object is placed. In this case, why is the money on a shelf?
I don't think somebody would think about money being hidden in there.
The idea? The patient comes up with a reason that will help her remember the location. Other exercises focus on matching a facial feature with a person's name.
You could do the bushy facial hair, and bushy Ben would be an example of that.
For one study, patients received 3 training sessions and had 2 MRI scans. Before the training, this is what their brains looked like. After the cognitive rehab, certain areas were much more active.
So their brains remain plastic. They're capable of learning these new techniques.
Up to 20% of people 65 and up have mild cognitive impairment. Between 1/3 and 2/3 will go on to develop dementia or Alzheimer's. But Dr. Ben Hampstead says starting therapy earlier can make a difference.
Hopefully we'll be able to prolong their functioning for as long as possible.
Rehab that really does train the brain. I'm Andrew McIntosh reporting.
Dr. Hampstead says some patients with mild cognitive impairment will improve to normal. He says factors like emotional distress may play a role in memory decline. Well, Nye County has decided to fund consultant work for the Yucca Mountain project. Last week, commissioners renewed 21 contracts. 13 consultants received additional funding that totaled $841,000. The county renewed contracts for all the consultants through June 30th, 2014. And the Nevada Highway Patrol is requesting the public's assistance in identifying a hit-and-run vehicle. On June 15th at approximately 1:39 in the morning, the Nevada Highway Patrol responded to a hit-and-run accident on Flamingo Road in Las Vegas. In the area of the intersection to Caesar's Palace, a male pedestrian was crossing Flamingo Road south to the north side when he was struck by what is described as a gray or silver full-size Chevrolet pickup with unknown license plates. The pickup truck did not stop, continuing west on Flamingo Road and possibly into the Interstate 15. The pickup should have damage to its right front. If anyone has possibly seen this vehicle or has information regarding this incident, they are urged to contact the Nevada Highway Patrol at 702-432-4414. And Nevada Highway Patrol has sent a press release updating a rollover accident on Highway 160 and Irene Street that occurred on Monday afternoon.
According to the report, on June 24th at 2:12 p.m., a 2000 Chevy Trailblazer was stopped to make a left turn on State Route Highway 160 at Irene Street when the front of a 2002 Dodge pickup truck struck the rear of the Chevy. Due to the force of the impact, the Chevy overturned. There were 2 female occupants inside the Chevy Trailblazer. The driver was transported to Desert View Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The passenger from Virginia was not transported, nor was the male driver and sole occupant of the Dodge. However, one family pet is still missing from the collision site. It's a black Yorkshire Terrier with a red harness. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of this dog, you're urged to contact Animal Control at 751-6315, or you can call KPVM TV at 727-9400, extension 201. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Well, folks, keep it here because we're going to have more local news for you after this break.